Hey everyone, welcome back to DRM News Global. So we've got some juicy Hollywood news to dissect today. Gwyneth Paltrow, the wellness guru and actress, well, she dropped a bit of a bombshell about her upcoming role in Marty Supreme. Get this. She says she and her co-star, Timothée Chalamet, well, their characters, have a lot of sex in the film. A lot.
Yeah, that definitely caught my eye too. It's interesting, right? Because it kind of plays into the whole image Paltrow's cultivated over the years.
Yeah, like the whole, conscious uncoupling, jade eggs, all that.
Exactly. She's not exactly been shy about pushing boundaries, whether it's with her lifestyle brand or even her acting choices.
Right. And so this statement, whether it's totally calculated or just, Gwyneth being Gwyneth,
Yeah.
it definitely adds to that persona.
Definitely.
So let's talk about the film itself, Marty Supreme. We don't know a whole lot about it, right? It's like this period piece shrouded in secrecy. But now we've got this tidbit about a steamy on-screen relationship between Paltrow and Chalamet.
Yeah, and that's piqued everyone's interest for sure. It makes you wonder, what kind of film are we really dealing with here?
Right. Like, is this going to be some racy period drama? And what does it mean for Paltrow's career? Like, maybe she's leaning into more provocative roles now, roles that align with, her whole brand.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, think about it. We've seen this kind of thing before, right? Remember Eyes Wide Shut, Kubrick, Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman.
Oh, yeah.
The hype around that film before it even came out, it was all about the explicit content, and everyone was talking about it.
Totally. And whether you love the film or hated it, you definitely knew about it.
Exactly. So it made me think, could Marty Supreme be using a similar playbook? Get everyone talking, generate some buzz.
Interesting. Okay, so we've talked about Gwyneth. What about Timothée Chalamet? He's kind of known for these, sensitive, complex roles.
Yeah, he's become a bit of a heartthrob, hasn't he?
Total heartthrob. But he also picks really interesting projects.
Yes.
So how does this role, the one with all the sex, fit into his career?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, it could be a way for him to show a different side of himself, something more mature, more sensual, maybe. It could be a risk, but it could also really pay off, like push him beyond the teen idol image.
Definitely. Okay, so this whole thing has definitely gotten people talking, speculating about the film's rating, wondering if there are real-life sparks flying between Paltrow and Chalamet. But beyond all that, I'm kind of fascinated by the potential for controversy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, on one hand, Paltrow's statement, it could attract a much wider audience. There's always a market for a little bit of scandal.
Right. Sex sells.
Exactly. But it could also backfire, right? Like, will people only focus on the sex scenes and miss the point of the film? Or will critics dismiss it as a cheap way to grab attention?
Yeah, it's a gamble for sure. But hey, it's got us talking, right? And I bet it's got you, the listener, thinking too. So let's hear it. What do you think? Will Marty Supreme be a masterpiece or a train wreck? Will the on-screen chemistry between Paltrow and Chalamet sizzle or fizzle? Hit us up on social media. Let's keep this conversation going.
Yeah, definitely let us know.
All right, that's it for today. We'll be back next week with more DRM News Global. Until then, stay curious.